Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. Here, we're back. It's Three for the Money. New episodes every Thursday. Brought to you by the Trend Center app, the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. Helped me cash my surefire win last week, and it's going to help me cash another one this week. But before we get into that, it is week 16 in the NFL, and the end is nigh, and it doesn't. Not exciting. That's not an exciting thought to have. But before we get into week 16, let's just go over how we went last week. So last week, with the picks I gave out on the show, I went 5-1 and I won my surefire. So feels real good. Feels really good to get in the win column again by this margin because it's been a little bit since I've won by this amount, but it feels good. I did lose the Monday Night Football bet that we tweeted out, but that's okay. And that was just some pick that I got from some guy on the internet, kind of like us guys on the internet. Anyway, moving on. Chris, how did you do last week?
I mean, not too bad. I think all said and done, I went 6-5 between Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Um, Lost my surefire, ruined this. Just had to be competent. That sucked. Wasn't counting on that. Um, but yeah, about even unit wise. So I mean, we'll take it, I guess. But yeah, on to week 16. The end is nigh, but just got to cash some bets. That'll help numb the pain. Sean, how'd you do?
7-2 with
Ooh.
four plus money winners, including my surefire pick, thanks to our friends at the Trend Center and the New Orleans Saints for winning that game. I had the Broncos money line. I got the Saints, my surefire pick, at plus 100. And then what was the other one? There was
Uh,
another one.
I don't know.
It was, hold on, I can pull it up. Broncos money
Uh,
line, Saints plus 2.5.
was it the
Um,
Ravens?
no, I lost that one. That was one of my losers. But it might have been three. But I got last on Monday night. Steelers minus 1.5 first half was also plus 100. So shout out, shout out the Steelers. But yeah, I'm on a pretty good winning streak so far to in this season. So let's just keep it going, close out the season strong, just with what we have left.
Yes. Like Limp Bizkit said, let's keep it rolling, 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 baby. It's week 16. Okay. I just gotta keep going. We have Saturday football this week, for some reason. We got two games on Saturday. The game we're going to talk about is really the Saturday night football game. Sounds kind of weird when you say it, but it's the Packers at the Bears, and the Bears are home dogs by 1.5, and the over/under is 46.5 currently. Packers beat up on the Bears, not last week, but the week before. Now they're playing each other again, back in Chicago. Um, did the Bears win last week? Who did they
Yeah,
play?
they beat Cleveland.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. I mean, it counts because they won, but it's Cleveland. Um, and the Packers, they lost to the Broncos, and they lost their star linebacker, Micah Parsons. I can't remember if that's is he an edge or a linebacker?
He's an edge.
All right, whatever. They lost their star defensive player, Micah Parsons. Um, not good. Does not spell good for the Packers. But they are one of these teams that just find a way to overcome obstacles, whether that be winning a game or injuries. It feels like they always just have like a a number of number two wide receivers, uh, which would be pretty good on pretty much every team. But all right, I'll get this going. Honestly, I like the over here. I feel like with the Packers losing the edge on defense, and the Bears, their defense is nothing to write home about. But I think they can probably win the game. But who's to say? Maybe, maybe not. But I do like the points here. The Packers can score pretty much at will, honestly, and the Bears, they've just been shown that they're coached pretty well and they have decent players and been able to win some games and put up some points. So I like the over in this game. I think it could be a fun game. Could be a fun Saturday night game. Chris, what do you think about this game?
Well, this team burned me pretty bad last week, but I'm going back to them, taking Packers on the money line. Yeah, Parsons being hurt stinks. I don't know if it's going to be as big a deal as people think. Parsons overall this season has played very well, but he's gone like peaks and valleys this season. I believe a few weeks ago he had a 3-game stretch against the Giants, Lions, and Vikings where he had 7 tackles, 6 sacks. That's pretty much about half his production of the whole season. He hasn't done much in the last 3 weeks since then. And last time these two teams played, he had 1 tackle the entire game. So I just don't think his impact is going to be as sorely missed as people think. I think the Packers are the better team. I think they went outright. They've won 6 straight in Chicago. They're pretty used to winning there. I think they keep it going. Sean, what do you think?
Astute observation, Chris. I did spend a lot of time like second guessing myself on this, but the answer was staring me right in the face. Is Packers money line. We know Parsons, obviously. We might not have Christian Watson either. He looked like got a nasty injury to his chest, is what I was seeing. But I think this one's going to be close, but I think Green Bay can pull out, a hard-nosed victory to overtake the division. We mentioned last week how good LaFleur is in December. But after this Broncos loss, he is still 21-5 straight up and 14-11-1 against the spread. And after a loss in December, he is 4-1 straight up and 3-2 against the spread. I honestly think the Packers are just the better team. Even with the injuries, I think they can overcome the pesky Bears. Ben Johnson, great, been a good coach so far. But within his division, I think he's 1-3. So he's got to overcome that hump within his division. But outside his division, he's flying high. So, yeah, let's just go coach to coach, matchup for matchup. Give me LaFleur and Jordan Love on the Green Bay Packers money line. Saturday Night Football.
Okay, Saturday night football. There it is. Moving on to the Sunday games. First game, first glance, kind of looks like a stinker. That's because it is. But the shit is on the line for this stinker of the game, and that's the Bucks Panthers game. The Panthers are home underdogs by 3 points. The over under is 45.5. I'm going to kick it to Chris first. What do you think about this game, Chris?
I hate this game. I can't pick a side. It seems like neither of these teams wants to win this division at all. The Bucks have had 3 straight games, I think. If they would have just won they would have clinched the division. They haven't done it yet. And the Panthers, all they had to do last week was beat the shitbag Saints, and they couldn't do that. So I don't really trust either team. What I do trust is overs in Carolina. Carolina's sneaky been an over factory. The the Panthers overs are 8-2 in the 10 home games this season. So if it wasn't for Ford Field, this would be the best over stadium venue, whatever you want to call it in the National Football League. So yeah, over 45.5 is my play. Um, I don't think either defense is particularly great. We just saw Tampa Bay get torched by Kirk Cousins on Thursday Night Football, and I mean Carolina, their defense is whatever. So yeah, I like the over. Let's see, I had another stat. Where is it? Yes. Oh yes, the over is also hit in 4 of the last 5 games between these two teams. So usually fireworks and they meet up. So yeah, over 45.5. Will, what do you think?
I like that reasoning. I did not know that stat. That being said, I'm not going against that. Uh, but I'm betting on the Panthers. There's something about the Panthers. Um, it at the same time, it does feel like nobody wants to win this division. But also like, yeah, the Bucks are getting healthier, but they're still not really kind of putting it back together. Like people are probably playing hurt. It's probably not really where they want to be. Um, and honestly, the Panthers have kept it close in a lot of their games this season. And 3 points, they've been pretty good at home, if I remember correctly. So give me the points. I'll take the points there. 3 points. It's not a lot in a divisional matchup, but typically divisional matchups are pretty close. So I will take the points here, +3. Sean, what do you think?
I spent a lot of my time looking into these two teams' playoff scenarios, and man, like that Saints loss really did a number on the Panthers. They would have had the Panthers would have had to lose both of these upcoming games against the Bucks because they played this week and they play in Week 18, um, which means Panthers have the back against the wall. Got to win this one, and they're just going to have to grin and bear it when they host Seattle next week. So this one's going to be huge. I am going Panthers +3 for that reason, just back against the wall. Also, like, doesn't this just make sense for this division? Like, Panthers
Yes.
go ahead for the division this week. Panthers lose to Seattle next week. Uh, Bucks beat the Dolphins. And then it's a win and in scenario for both teams in week 18. It's just like NFC South, like it's just an NFC South conundrum. And it just makes sense. So I am gonna stick with the spread just to be safe. Because it could be a 2021 game. Like it could be a very like hard nose. I don't know what was the total, Chris?
45.5.
Okay, so let's say it's a 27-24 game then.
Love it.
Yeah. Like let's just that doesn't really work, but we push. So whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, I'm just going to stick with the spread, but this just makes too much sense for the NFL script just for this game to come on week 18, be the primetime game in week 18, a win and in. So give me the Panthers +3.
hmm Also, I just think a lot more people are just going to bet on the Bucks. So fading the public. Um, anyway, moving on. Next game, the Jaguars are playing in Denver against the Broncos. Broncos favored by 3 here. Over under is 45.5. The Broncos, uh, they did that thing where they played with their food last week, but they comfortably beat the Packers. It wasn't they comfortably beat him, but like the story of the game definitely wasn't that. They were down like I think multiple times during that game, but they was able to pull that one out. The Jags, shit, who did they play last week?
Jets.
Oh yeah, they beat the shit out of the Jets. Um, so, uh, but yeah, Sean, I'm gonna let you take this one first.
All right, I'm going over 45 and a half. I think this matchup just sets real nice for some points. And I think this number feels a little light. The over is 5-2 in Jacksonville's last 7 and is also hitting Denver's last 3. Um, both these teams are playing confident, efficient football. Neither defense has really shown the ability to consistently shut down opponents. I know Denver has a good defense, but I mean they're letting people score. So how good could your defense be, really? But Jacksonville, they've been riding high since the bye week. They have yet to be held to under 25 points since their bye week. Denver, like I said, I mean they're just quietly like springing leaks over the last few weeks in their defense. I think this should allow Jacksonville to just move the ball downfield consistently, and even if they like get to midfield, Little's leg. Anytime the Jags are near midfield, I think points are on the board. So, yeah. Also, Trevor Lawrence has been playing out of his mind right now. Over the last 5 games, he's thrown 13 touchdowns. He's on absolute
Shit.
demon time. And yes, I know last week he played the Jets, perhaps the worst defense the NFL has ever seen. But he still put up five passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. That's nothing to just wave out of the air. But that just shows confidence matters, rhythm matters. There's a reason why the Jags are sitting on top of the division right now, and this offense is peaking. So, also I got a little stat here. The total has gone over in 7 of Jacksonville's last 8 road games in Denver. So give me Jacksonville Jaguars, Denver Broncos over 45 and a half. Will, what do you got?
I am on the same thing. The
Hell yeah.
over 45 and a half. I do have one stat, but that is for later.
Oh,
Yes.
little teaser.
Yes, it's a little teaser. It is a very short stat, so don't get too hard over there. But yes, for everything that you said, Sean, like Jags have been scoring tremendously. I mean, they've scored over 25 points in the last 5 weeks. They're on a 5-game heater. And the Broncos, like we've coined on this show, they play with their food. They could win this game, but I mean, if anything, I see this kind of like the Packers game from last week. Like was 28-36, something like that. Yeah, and so that's well over. So I'm going over 45 and a half. Chris, what do you think?
All right. The Denver Broncos, I bet against them last week. Didn't work out for me. You think I learned my lesson, but I'm fading them again. This time in the first half. Jacksonville Jaguars first half plus 1.5. Pretty much kind of to piggyback off both y'all's points. The Broncos have played with their food all season. I think this is just going to be another scenario. They kind of play a little rope-a-dope. Maybe they trail going into the second half. Maybe they tie it. Who knows? But they always just kind of like, all right, let's get a feel for our offense. Let's get a feel for what they want to do in the first half. Then second half, Bo Nix goes like he plays hero ball and they win by 10 or whatever. At least that's what happened last week because that was brutal. But the Jags are pretty much the exact opposite. They come out swinging and then they choke in the second half. They are, let's see, they are 10-4 straight up in the first half of this season. Pretty damn good. So, yeah, I think give me a little 1.5 insurance. I'll take that. So, yes, Jags first half plus 1.5.
Okay, that's what an eye there. Um,
I
excellent.
I really wanted to take the like I had the Jags written down, and then I was like, well, no, because what's going to happen is they're going to be ahead in the first half, and then they're going to lose by 10. I was like, well, wait a minute, just take them first half. Duh.
I can figure it out. Okay.
Wait, it's so simple. I just take them in the first half.
Why am I doing this the entire year? I'd be a millionaire.
Perfect. All right. Next game, Steelers at the Lions in Detroit. Lions are favored by 7. Over under is 51.5. I don't really have anything to back this up, but I will start us off. I'm taking the Lions -7 here. It feels like they really need to beat the shit out of someone, honestly, if they want even a prayer of making the playoffs. Because right now it does not seem like that is the likely outcome. They may lose, may not make the playoffs this year, which is crazy. Um, but I think this is a let's beat the shit out of the old ass Steelers type of game, and let's get this train back on the track. Chris, what do you think?
Every time I bet on the Lions, they lose. So I'm finally going to stop doing that. So let's just go back to old reliable. Steelers Lions over 51.5. The Steelers defense actually showed some life last week against the shitbag Dolphins. I think Detroit torches them. The Steelers defense is not good. It's just not. I know they look good against the shitbag Dolphins. I think the Lions, pretty much like you said. Well, they need a big win. They need to kind of flex against someone. I do think they do it here, but 7's a lot, especially for late in the season. So, yeah, over 51.5, play it safe. And then, I mean, Steelers offense is competent. I think they can score a couple touchdowns at least. So yeah, I like it. Over 51.5. Yes. Book it. Sean, what do you think?
I'm going with the Detroit Football Lions. And to your point, Chris, whenever you bet on the Lions, they lose. Well, this is a perfect bounce back spot for Detroit because they need it bad. And that urgency has mattered all season. When the Lions stumble, they don't spiral. They respond. Over the last 10 games, Detroit has literally alternated wins and losses, starting in week 5 against Cincinnati and ending with last week's loss to the Rams. It's been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. And in those 5 wins, they have gone 4-1 against the spread, just constantly handling business, just getting bounced back, cycled going. That only loss was versus the Giants when they were 13.5-point favorites, and the Giants backdoor covered on them. So
It's a lot of points.
a lot of points, but they had it. But then backdoor cover. What can you do? But this is also where the Goff Campbell combo comes in. Together, they've been elite after losses. As a duo, they are 23-9 against the spread following a straight up loss. They fix mistakes, they clean things up, they come out aggressive. Zoom in even more. This trend gets stronger. In Dan Campbell's head coaching career, when the team has blown a lead of 7 points or more in the previous game, the Lions are an absurd 11-3 against the spread in the following matchup. Even better, they've won and covered 6 straight entering this week in this exact situation. So yeah, give me the Detroit Lions to come out swinging, beat the shit out of the Steelers, and Perk Rogers. Dude, Aaron Rodgers was flying on Monday night after that win. That dude was so hopped up.
Oh,
I mean, I get it. You have a broken wrist and you're playing on prime time. It's past your bedtime. I get it, but like, man, that dude was. I don't know if y'all could tell, but that dude was flying.
I did not see what you were talking about. I went to bed early, so I missed it. But I'll have to look that up on X. See what that's about. Okay, well, let's move on to Sunday Night Football. The New England Patriots are playing the Ravens. The Ravens are home favorites by 3. Huh? The Ravens? The over-under is 48.5. Sean, you start this one off. I don't want to do
All
it.
right. Okay. I'm going under 48.5. I feel like this total's way too high. I think I did look this up. The last 6 meetings between these two teams, the over is hit in 5 of those games. These matchups are averaging 45 points, but I think this trend attracts a lot of over bettors, and I'm going to step in and make the contrarian play here. I think this matchup itself, it's for a slower game script. These offenses rank in the top 7 in rushing defenses this season, and that's kind of what both of these teams do, is just kind of run the ball. Baltimore's defense hasn't been explosive, really. I know they won 31-0, but last week, or was it 24-0? Sorry. But man, this run-heavy approach that both these teams have, I think Derrick Henry is just going to dominate touches for Baltimore, but he's going up against Braves, dude. He knows how to stop. He knows how to stop Derrick Henry. But you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Go ahead.
Okay. On the other side of the ball, we got Trayvon Henderson. Baltimore's rush defense, pretty damn good. Finally, I'm going to turn to our friends at the Trend Center that fits the spot perfectly. And it's called AFC North Primetime Small Home Favorites Unders since 2019. When the spread is between -1 and -3.5, it is an absurd 15-0-1. This system was actually active on the Dolphins-Steelers game, and that's where that pesky 1 comes in because it pushed. So I don't really like this line. So giving it to me on prime time, I'm going to take the under here, under 48.5. Will, I assume you're on the opposite.
I'm not on the opposite, but when you said that Vrabes knows how to stop Henry, that is the opposite of what I want to happen. I am making a contrarian pick here, not with you, Sean, but with where I think the money's going. I think everyone is going to look at the Pats +3 and think, oh, this is the New England Patriots +3 points here against the shitbag Ravens. I'm going to take this. And so I think the public is going to be heavy on the Pats. In an attempt to have a 3D level chess move, I am taking the Ravens -3. Ravens got to start piecing together some of these wins here. And do I think the Ravens are a good team? I don't know. Who's to say? Do I think the Pats have played a lot of good teams? No. So this could be a glimpse into, hey, the Ravens have been a pretty good team the past 5 years. Let's see how the New England Patriots actually stack up against them. A team that they don't really play all too often. Because they play the Bills every year, and the Bills have been good for a while. But divisional matchups, that's different. That's a different animal. But yeah, I'm going to the Ravens -3 for no other reason than I think this is a rat line. Chris, what do you think?
I agree. It's a rat line. So I'm staying away from the sides. I have over 47.5 written down, but Sean made some very excellent points. I wasn't extremely confident in it to begin with. So I'm switching to under. Is it 48.5 or 47.5? It was 47 on
48.
Wherever. Okay, cool. Under 48.5. I'm switching. Yeah, I didn't really have anything strong to back it up other than just Patriots haven't really played anyone that good. They have a shitty red zone defense. But I think Sean made great points. I think they're going to run the football, and it's a primetime game, and usually these games are, especially this season, kind of stink. So, yeah, under 48.5.
Okay.
Awesome. Will, real quick, would you like to know Lamar Jackson's stat for the Ravens? Yeah? Okay. In weeks 15 to 18, Lamar Jackson is 16-0 straight up in his career.
Hey.
Isn't that crazy?
This
That
is
is.
week 16.
It is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we're right in the middle
This
of
week.
it. Yeah.
Book it.
He
Fantastic.
wins when it matters, which it should always matter, but
In the
It doesn't
regular
matter,
season, he
baby.
wins when it
Kaboom.
matters.
yeah.
Moving on. Last game we're going to really go into here for this week is Monday Night Football. The 49ers at the Colts. Colts home dogs by 6 points here. Over under is 46.5. Let's see. Did I start this one off? No. Chris is going to start this one off. Chris, what
Yeah.
are your thoughts about this game?
I think the Niners are going to mollywop them. It's 49ers minus 6.5. I know Phillip Rivers looked competent I assume he's going to start again. I haven't heard anything otherwise. He looked competent last week, but the story of that game was very much the Indy defense just forcing Seattle to punt from deep in their own territory and Indy just kicking field goals the entire game. I don't think they're going to be able to do it against San Francisco. San Francisco has better quarterback than Seattle, better skill position than Seattle, and better coach than Seattle. So I think they're going to be able to move the football. I don't know about at will, but they're not going to be pinned at their own 20 every fucking possession. Yeah. So and San Francisco's defense, it's definitely not better than San Francisco or than Seattle's, but I'd say they're better at getting after the quarterback, and we saw Phillip Rivers just can't move it all back there. So yeah, I think this is going to be brutal. I think he had his little feel good story. He came back, looked fine. I think he's going to be in hell this week. So Niners minus 6.5 of the bullet, honestly. So Sean, what do you think?
Give me the Colts
Oh,
and
you
Pop Rivers.
bitch.
He wasn't great last week. Threw a touchdown, and the game-losing interception. But going into Seattle, putting up 16 points with one of the best defenses in the league is not an easy ask. That performance wasn't pretty, but at least it was like somewhat competitive for someone who hasn't played in like 5 years. Just for fun, let's talk history a little bit. I found some Phillip Rivers stats from the last time he's played the 49ers. He played them 4 times in his career. He went 4-0, scoring 29 points or more in all 4. And yes, the last one came back in 2018, but this is fun and it's funny and it doesn't hurt anything. It's just math and numbers, and we got to talk about it. This is kind of why I'm going to take the Niners. The Niners, they have taken advantage of extended prep time, but winning and covering against the Panthers and the Titans isn't exactly like all that, successful. But
not difficult.
It's not difficult. Yeah. But that success really hasn't traveled on the road with them. On the road or at neutral site, San Francisco has lost 4 straight against the spread in games with extended rest, including 1 and 3 straight up. Also, this trend follows Brock Purdy specifically. In his career, Purdy is just 2 and 5 against the spread on the road with extended prep time. Since entering the league, only Jordan Love has been worse in this exact situation. But I did find this thing where I was on Smashmings earlier, and on Smashmings, you can look up, it shows you what percentage like bettors are betting, correct?
Mm-hmm.
72% of the bettors are back in the 49ers spread so far. And I want to say that has been a losing approach all season, is just following the public, especially on teams that are receiving 60% of the ticket or more. Through 15 weeks, if a team has 60% of the spread or more, They are 54-90 against the spread. That's 38%. A $100 better blindly following the public would be down $4,066. That's terrible. This has been one of the most profitable seasons we've seen to fade the public. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to fade the public. Let's just get Pop Rivers out there. Let's get his kids his health insurance. And you know what? Let's have fun. Let's get him to the playoffs. This would be hilarious. This is a let's just see what happens. It's Monday night. Nothing else is going on. Everybody's going to tune in to watch Brock Purdy, once golden child, I guess, versus, old man Rivers. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Colts plus 6.5 because I just want to have a little fun. And if they're not covering by halftime, I can go to bed early. So, Will, what are you taking?
I'm on the Niners. I think this is one of the times where, yes, the public is right, and sometimes it is that easy. It feels like a lot of the times when these like quarterbacks that are older, like Joe Flacco and Phillip Rivers, like when they come back from being away from the game or just being a backup for a long time, they have like that their starting game where they come back and it's like, hey, magic's still there, baby. It doesn't matter, baby. Kaboom. Um, and yeah, it feels like they could still sling it, but they very quickly come down to earth. And honestly, if this bet loses, I'll be all right. It'll be okay. I don't feel bad. Like, I mean, I'll be like, oh man, really wish I won that bet. But also, like, I chose correctly. I didn't try to outsmart anyone with this. Not like my Ravens pick. That was me trying to outsmart people. I'm not outsmarting anyone with this. Um, and that's all I got. Okay, moving on. To everyone's favorite segment of the week, the surefire double unit guaranteed not to lose plays of the week. Brought to you by the Trend Center app. I will go first. Last week, the Trend Center was very good to me with the Chiefs Chargers under. Shout out Gardner Minshew, the playoff stopping interception when they didn't even have to throw the ball. You're a real one. So
He said, "Watch Daddy sling it."
Yes, he said, "Watch Daddy sling it," and he slung it to the other team. But my pick I alluded to earlier in this show, it's the Jags Broncos over 45.5. And got a little tasty stat. Jags overs after a win since 2005, 77, 51 and 2. Not bad. Pretty good even. More than 60%. Anyway, that is my pick. I mean, the Jags are pretty much scoring at will these days, and the Broncos keep winning games but letting other teams score points. So they have a good defense, but they also don't. I think this game has the potential to absolutely rock. Let's have some fun. Let's go over 45.5. Chris, what's your surefire this week?
All right. The Chargers and the Cowboys. Am I missing something here? Why are the Cowboys 2.5-point favorites? I know they're at home, but I mean, come on. Like, they just got their shit pushed in by JJ McCarthy. I don't know if
you mean 9? Excuse you, 9.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, that was 9. Yes. I don't know if this is a trap or not, but I might just be falling into it. I'm taking Chargers plus 2.5. The Cowboys are done. Like, it's over. Like, I don't know if it's mathematically over. It's over. Their defense is back to just being a pile of stinking horse shit. Quentin Williams is in concussion protocol. If he can't play, who's going to rush the quarterback? Like I know the Chargers' offensive line is beat to hell, but if Williams doesn't play, I think that's a pretty even matchup. And I mean, their secondary god awful. I just no, I just don't get it. I don't get why they're. I saw this and I was like, I had to double. I was like, did Herbert get like hurt again? Did I miss something? Um, yeah, Chargers plus 2.5. Also, a stat from our friends at the Trend Center. Dak Prescott is 16-37 against the spread versus winning teams when the total is more than 40.5. So he shits the bed against good teams. That's kind of been his MO his whole career. So yeah, Chargers plus 2.5, guaranteed not to lose. Play of the week. Got to get back on track. I let the boys down last week. Got to get back with a winner this week. So yeah. Who hasn't gone yet? Sean, what do you got?
Real quick, I want to go back to the Vikings Cowboys just for a sec. My dad texted me as a Cowboys fan. He texted me, take every Justin Jefferson over you can find. So I parlayed his over yards, his over receiving yards, his longest reception, and a touchdown. Justin Jefferson ended the game with 1 reception and 22 yards.
Thanks, Rick.
Fucking terrible. Fucking terrible.
Yeah. How do you like that one, Rick? You scared of you scared now?
Did Justin Jefferson sleep with JJ McCarthy's wife or something?
I
Like, why
don't
does
know.
he hate him so much?
Yeah, he hates him.
Like in the past, it's like, oh, it's not just he doesn't throw to Justin Jefferson. He's just terrible. But it's like the last 2 weeks, he's played very well, and Justin Jefferson still hasn't done anything.
No, he sucks. Okay, but anyways,
Anyway.
we're gonna get back to my surefire pick. I kind of got a stinky one. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals minus 2.5 versus the Miami Dolphins, and I think it checks every box for a Cincinnati bounce back. And let's just start off with Joe Burrow. He has only faced Miami once in his career, but he handled business with a 27-15 win in 2022, covering at home. It's a small sample, sure, but it's relevant when paired with how Cincy typically responds after getting embarrassed. That embarrassment came last week when the Bengals were shut out at home by Baltimore. The first shutout in the Burrow era, first shutout at home for the franchise since 2017, also happened to be against the Ravens. Since 2015, teams coming off shutouts are 35-17-3 against the spread, including 5-0 against the spread just this season. Putting up goose eggs tends to refocus teams real fast. Even late in the season, I'm not really worried about it. I know both these teams are eliminated. It doesn't matter. Situationally, I think this spot favors Cincy strong. Miami's on a short rest. They've been a disaster under Mike McDaniel in his career. The Dolphins are just 3-10 straight up on short rest. They're often losing by 8 points or more per game. They've seen 7 straight outright losses in this spot. And it gets worse when Miami is an underdog on short rest. They are just 1-7 straight up, with those losses coming by 14 points or more per game. Now, sorry, lost my place.
Fantastic.
Sorry. Since 2022, Burrow and the Bengals have been excellent in games following matchups against divisional opponents like the Steelers and Ravens. I like them in these bounce back spots after losing to those teams. They are 8-3 straight up. It's 7-3-1 against the spread. And every one of those games have been decided by 7 points or more. This just fits in perfectly for what this spread is. So give me the Bengals minus 2.5 against the Miami Dolphins. This is a very bad spot for Miami. This is an elite bounce back spot for Burrow. There's just too many trends pointing in the same direction. So give me the Bengals.
There they are. There's the Bungles. And that's our double unit surefire plays of the week, guaranteed not to lose. Let's hit another parlay this week. Let's just do it. Who's to say we can't? Nobody. That's right.
Let's hit two of these things this year.
Yes.
We've already hit two.
Yeah,
Let's
we've
hit
hit
three
two.
of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's to say? Anyway,
We were so close last week.
Fuck.
yes.
We were so close.
Last week was sweaty.
Yeah.
I think for kind of all of us. So,
Yeah. My surefire literally came down to a 2-minute drill,
yeah.
but it was awesome. It was fun.
Oh,
I
the
mean,
Saints. Yeah, I was like, which
The
one was
Saints.
this again?
Yeah. It literally came down to like the last
Yeah, that game rocked.
that game. Like we had we had the Lions Rams on, and then like we had Old Man Rivers slinging it, and we had Denver and Packers, and then I was just like locked in. I was locked in on Panthers Saints. You know?
Like a true degenerate should be.
Yeah, and the Titans game was going on at the same time.
Who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah, but
yeah. I mean, if Gardner Minshew didn't throw that interception, then it would have been the smart decision to just kick the field goal and go overtime at 16-16. And then fuck shit could have happened where the game went over, but it did not. It went under. Um, okay. Well, I mean, outside of that, this is the first time in like fucking like 10 years that the Chiefs have been eliminated from the playoffs.
since 2014.
That's crazy.
Hate to see it.
Yep. Hate to see it.
Real shame.
But like who whose call was it to like throw the ball when they were in field goal range with Gardner Minshew? Like that had to like he had to have been like, no, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna get us closer. It's like, dude, we have the woman hater here who kicks 55-yard bombs. Like, what are we doing?
Even like
Run the ball.
if that
We
was
have
the
the
play
woman
call.
hater.
He hates women. I don't know. I didn't
Even
say
if
it.
that was the play call, you're like, hey, we're gonna run this play. Like, you don't have to throw it to him if he's not open. He was
Throw
very
it
Correct.
out of
much not
bounds.
open. Yeah, do anything other than that. So he's like, yeah, the play call was very stupid, but it's also like, okay, he's not open at all. Don't throw it to him.
Hate to
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
So
I'm not exactly mad that it happened. But
no, yeah, I don't think really many people are upset that the Chiefs are eliminated from the playoffs. I went to work the next day, and I was talking with this guy who's a Raiders fan, and he was like, "Yeah, it sucks. I like hate to see it, being a typical, division rival." And he was like, "Ever since they got rid of Tyreek Hill, I just don't think they've been the same." And I was like, "They've won 2 Super Bowls since they got rid of Tyreek Hill." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I guess they have." And I was like, "What are you talking about? You don't even know ball. Like what are you talking about?" It's like he was like, "They haven't been the same." And I was like, "They've won back-to-back Super Bowls.
one could
Correct.
argue they were better.
They were better." Yeah.
They haven't been the same. They've been better.
Yeah.
Damn, that's funny.
I had to share that with the boys because I was like, "There's no way this man just said this to my face." As a Raiders fan, like I know you have like no hope when you're in that division with, Patrick Mahomes but like dude, how do you
At
not
least pay
know that
attention.
yeah, like
Well, maybe he's kind of stupid.
he is kind of stupid. He works for Kroger. He's kind of stupid.
Anyway,
That was mean. Sorry.
Yeah,
Shout out.
shout
Yeah,
out Kroger.
Shout out Kroger. Great deals.
I mean, other than that, I have other things we could talk about outside of football.
What are they?
So, I mean, We could talk about Sean being in the hot dog bowl. We could talk about John Cena's retirement. And we can also talk about the news today about Nick Saban becoming a minority owner of the Predators.
I did see that. He's lived here for a long time,
Has
and
he?
he owns a yeah, and he owns a Mercedes dealership in Nashville. I'm
Oh
not
no.
surprised, but I was a little shocked.
Maybe we'll play better.
Maybe you get that Saban mentality.
Yeah. Just
I sure. Because the guy who has like a 5% stakehold in the company was the greatest college football coach of all time. Yeah.
it could happen.
Just something to hold on to, Chris. We're looking for anything right.
I
But
know.
Preds are kind of red hot right now. They've won
Mhm.
7 of their last 10, so they're not bad. They're not doing bad. They're
Yeah.
only 6 points out of the wild card spot, and it's December. So
Really?
yeah,
The last
They
time I
were.
looked, they were the worst team in the league.
Well, I was about to say
they
they
were.
were dead last like a month ago. Maybe not.
Yeah, but they were dead last by like 8 points. That's what it was. It was
Yeah.
like they were down 4 games. That's not a lot.
It's 6 points, but it's like 8 spots.
Yeah, I know that's how close it is. Like you just got to keep, grinding away.
Just win, baby.
Just keep getting these hot streaks going. If they take another slide, then it's a different story. But if they kind of keep the same momentum that they've had, then it's like, all right, we can make some noise a little bit, make the postseason.
Stammer tied the franchise record for goals in a game, whenever
With
that
4.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad went to that game.
Tied Preds legend Eric Nystrom, 4 goals and others, but
Wow.
everyone remembers Eric Nystrom.
Oh yeah. I think that was like his only 4 goals he scored that year or something. Or like he only scored like 2 others for the
I hope
rest of
that's
the
true.
season. It's entirely possible. Um but but yeah.
Shit.
Shout out Nick Saban. Maybe he could just like go to the locker room, talk to the boys, and then like that's it. You know? I mean, that's all he really could do, honestly. Just yell at him a little bit. Run around again. Damn it.
There's
Um,
some surprising news. Not sure. I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, whatever.
I was
The
like,
minority stakeholder is like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
he's just cashing a check.
Yeah, it's like
Essentially.
Derrick Henry owns like a part of the Nashville SC soccer team as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It's cool though.
it is cool, I guess.
All right, do we want to talk about the hot dog bowl or do we want to talk about John Cena?
Um,
Because outside of that, I got nothing.
I
I
still
don't
haven't
know.
watched
What does Sean want
Cena's
to talk
match.
about?
Okay. Well, I'll make a confession with you guys about the hot dog bowl.
Oh no.
I don't like that who I'm playing in the hot dog bowl has not changed their lineup in 4 weeks. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't either.
So I texted him today to change his lineup.
What did he say?
He changed his lineup.
I can respect that.
At least he tried.
This is the first year that our league is doing punishments. I think it sets a good example for the league for the loser to lose.
Yes.
Yes.
So I didn't want to just coast on by with an easy dub when this dude is starting Daniel Jones in his lineup for the last 4 weeks. I can't morally like have that hanging over me.
Yeah, I would be
Because
fine with it, but
I know, like I know that most people would be. I don't want to eat 71 hot dogs, but I would rather set a good example for the future of this league for someone to lose by actually losing and not having like just a basic bye week, but someone who didn't set a lineup.
I was first of all, as the commissioner, I respect that. If Thursday rolled around and he still hadn't said it, I was going to text him.
Okay.
Just being
See,
honest.
okay,
Just because for the same reason.
That right there, though, that would have pissed me off. Like
I
if
know,
I
that's
hadn't
why I
texted
was
him
like-
first,
I was like, I
that would have
really
pissed
don't
me
want
off.
to do that. And but also, I know he hasn't set his lineup in 4 weeks or whatever. He almost won last week.
I know.
Like he was ahead for most of Sunday.
I texted him. I was like, dude, if you would have just set your lineup last week, you would have won, and I wouldn't have to be sending this text. But now I got to talk to you like for real. You have to set like I don't want to eat 71 hot dogs, but I also want to set a good example for this league that like someone is going to do this punishment and like someone is going to lose respectively.
Yes.
And if it has to be me, it has to be me. If it's you, it's you. And if you're not going to do it, then you're gone. I told him that. I was like, you're done. Like and he was like, oh, I'll set my lineup. And I was like, good.
Good. Cool. Yeah, because I don't want to have to do that, especially guy's going to be in my wedding in a couple months. I don't want to kick him out of the fantasy.
Yeah.
Hot
dogs or wedding? Choose.
I honestly was like,
have hot dogs at the wedding if it overlaps.
it's not going to overlap. But yeah, this was something I've kind of been sitting on for like since pretty much like Sunday. Like I was like, do I tell him? Do I just straight up tell him to change his lineup just so that like there is a clear winner or loser? And I was like, dude, honestly, if you set your lineup, you probably could have made the playoffs. And if his team isn't bad.
No.
It's just like he just didn't set his lineup. He's had guys on IR in his lineup for like 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm like, dude, he was like, yeah, my whole team, like, it's like I had 3 guys on IR by week 5. And I was like, dude, I've had doctor's notes from guys like since like week 4. Like, I get it. Like, that's why I'm in this spot right now. Like, we're the same, but like, you could have overcome this because your record is so much lower than me. I'm 7-7. You're 3-10. You have priority on the waiver wire. You could have made this. You could have made this happen. You could have made the playoffs if you tried. So we're going to see this week. If I lose, I will not be eating hot dogs until the start of the new year.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
I mean, you could just do it whenever you would.
I'm going to do it like as soon as possible, but I can't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't have it be done over the holidays. Yeah.
That's not going to so happen. Fucking funny.
It's
you could. No, you could get it done before Christmas. You'd have to eat 70 hot dogs in like 3 days, but you can get it done.
No. That's not happening.
A honey glazed hot dog for Christmas.
Yeah.
John's Christmas dinner.
Yeah, I kind of struggled with like talking to him. I was like, do I do this? And I was like, I wouldn't feel right winning by like default, pretty much.
I can respect that.
Like at that point, like if you're playing in a league that has punishments and like someone just isn't setting their lineup, there's no point in having a punishment because obviously like people don't care. And at least at this point, even if he beats me, there's at least half a person who cares about the punishment.
Yes.
So I'll take that bullet, but yeah.
I
I'm
mean, I
very
would have done it
excited for this
if I lost the league this year. I would have also done it. Like,
Yeah, but you wouldn't have texted the opponent who hadn't set their lineup in 4 weeks.
very true.
And
I
there's
control what
nothing
I control.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with that as well. But like morally, I don't like to cheat. I don't like to and no, it's not cheating, but I like to at least win or lose honorably. And like if you don't set your lineup in the regular season, I get it. Like stuff gets in the way. But like we're kind of getting in we are in the nitty-gritty of it. And this punishment is for you to still care after you are eliminated from the playoffs.
Mhm.
You are still forced to play fantasy football.
Yes.
And this is unacceptable that you cannot set your lineup and like just lose and be like, oh well. It's like, no, you have to eat 71 hot dogs.
Yep.
This isn't an oh well. Like
Oh well, I guess I just
And
won't
hon-
play fantasy football anymore.
honestly, I don't want that either. Like I like my bye weeks versus him in the regular season. So I'm trying to kind of conserve like that part of it as well. So I get it, but like I get people who are like, "Oh, I wouldn't have texted him." It's like, "Yeah, you are absolutely correct." But
Mhm.
I would have been livid if I didn't text him and Chris texted him. I would have been upset.
I don't know if I think I would have just because I don't want to have to kick him out of the league, but also I would have been in a moral quandary. Just like, do I kick out one of my best friends from fantasy football or overstep my bounds as commissioner? I, I don't know. I've been tossing and turning. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I would understand as a commissioner if you were like, hey, set your lineup. You know? Like
Yeah.
you run this shit. Like you want it to
Right.
be fun.
But
You know?
I see if you were doing that all season long, it would have been fine. But like if you were like in the last week of the season in the hot dog bowl, like the first text he gets about fantasy football is like, "Hey, set your lineup." That's where I'm like, "Hey, I didn't text him like myself."
Yeah.
That's where we'd have a problem. I'm just gonna say, but
Well,
I'm glad I
yes, I'm
texted
glad you did that.
All right.
Yeah. Hot dog bowl.
Perfect.
2025.
I'm very excited for that. I'm probably going to be pay more attention to that than my game.
Yes.
I'm already projected to lose.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have a 46% chance of winning.
Who do you
a lot of
pick up?
ball left. Ball hasn't even started.
Who do you pick up over at quarterback at least?
He didn't pick up anybody. He had Brock Purdy on his bench
Oh,
all
fuck.
season long.
Okay.
He had Daniel Jones in his slot for 3 weeks.
That pisses me off. Granted, okay, I guess Brock Purdy has been hurt like all season, but still. You should both have to eat 70 hot dogs.
Or split the difference, 35.
I'd be cool with splitting the difference, but
No.
it's
That was a
losers
joke.
losers.
Yes.
It's losers lose, winners win. It's what it is. I get it. And you know what?
Hot doggers, hot dog.
If I started out 6-1 and then I fell to 7-7 into the very last spot into the hot dog bowl, I kind of deserve this too.
Is that what happened?
That is what happened. Yeah.
You started 6-1?
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
in week 7, I had like a 98% chance to make the playoffs.
Damn.
And then my entire team fell to shit. I literally had like 6 guys on IR. And I couldn't pick up anybody because I didn't want to lose the guys that I had. Yeah, and I won the league last year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Will, we're playing each other, aren't we?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so.
I did win last week.
Yeah, I did.
Congratulations.
Top like 2, 3, 4, and 5 seeds all lost, I think.
Excellent.
Oh.
Well, Chris, I'm glad to know that.
What?
I'm glad to know that swallowing 71 wieners isn't on the line for our game. So
Me too.
I'm cool with either way this goes, honestly. But also fuck you. Because you told me fuck you.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
No,
Didn't know you were gonna be respectful.
no, I'm just thankful that I don't have to worry about all them hot dogs.
Yes.
Although,
Yeah. And can I just vent for a second about the ESPN fantasy app? I said last
2
week
minutes.
last week I said that if you're not using the ESPN fantasy app, what the fuck are you doing? ESPN fantasy app told me last week at 10 o'clock that Roma Dunze was good to go. By 12:05, after the game had started, they were like, hey, Roma Dunze's out. And I'm like, what? I'm at work. Like, what am I supposed to do? So Roma Dunze load a big fat egg for me. I probably would have lost anyways, but I had DJ Moore on my bench who put up 25 points, which I would have won if I had proper notice, but
that is bullshit.
whatever. That is bullshit.
It was like a shitty situation because I think he had every intention to play, but he came out in warm-ups and whatever it is, he re-aggravated it.
He was
that's what
fine. He was fine. He could have played through it. We'll wrap this up. Let's go home.
Okay.
Pissed off now.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. Really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any interaction with this really helps us out, really helps our reach. Check out the Trend Center app. Link in the description. 15% off a premium membership when you use the code TFTM at checkout. It's the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. We're using it all season to bet on all of these sports. Follow us on X for all the posts. We know that Chris is always betting on college basketball, and Sean here and there, and me sometimes when I remember to do it or feeling frisky. There you go. But yes, we'll be using that for the season.
And they lost.
Right. And they lost. Okay. Anyway, we'll see you next week. There's 3 of us. Let's make some money.
All right, let's go.